Okay, so Emma says that since 3 is halfway between 2 and 4, a third will be halfway between a half and a quarter. Emma's wrong, show that a third is not halfway between these. I'm always tempted with these to draw a picture. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to draw a rectangle that represents a whole or 1. So this thing here represents 1. Inside that, I'm going to draw another rectangle underneath it that's a half. So a half is going to be exactly halfway along here. So we've got 2 equal parts, and that there is a half. Okay? And now I'm going to draw a quarter. Now a quarter is half of a half. So say you've got a half, and now you divide it into 4 equal parts. That would now represent a quarter. Now, what would be halfway between these two? What would be exactly halfway between that there and halfway and that there? Clearly you can see it's going to be there, right? Another half of that. So let's divide the bottom of the shape up into those units, i.e. eighths. Okay? So each of those is an eighth. So that's an eighth, that's an eighth, that's an eighth. So halfway between these two, I think you would forgive me for saying, if you could agree with me there, it must be 3/8. So halfway between a half and a quarter is 3/8. And that is not a third, okay, because you can't simplify the fraction 3/8, and that would be more than enough to show that. Alternatively, you could use decimals. You could say that a half is equal to 0.5, you could say a quarter is equal to 0.25, maybe better write that as 0.50. So halfway between these, there's 0.25 between them, so half of that is 0.125, so halfway would therefore be 0.375, which is not a third, which is 0.3 recurring. You could say that, but I always like a picture method of doing these things.